Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or even good night, depending on when you are watching this video. I do know that I have been gone for a while. We have been dealing with I have been dealing with some personal things behind the scenes, but I am back with a new video for you guys. And today we are actually going to be checking out Dandelions by Ruth B. This is her live performance from the acoustic New York rooftop session. So if you guys, I forgot to give a slight disclaimer for those who do not know me. My name is CC Renee. I am a voice teacher. I'm pretty new at this. Okay, I'm pretty new at this, but I just come on here and sometimes break down what other artists are doing during their performances, during their songs, and whatever else. I am not claiming to be the best at this. I'm definitely not the best on here doing this. But, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get started.
Maybe it's the way you say my name. Maybe it's the way you play your game. But it's so good. I've never known anybody like you.
So, I do just want to point out that she has great, I call it transition from that chest voice to head voice with that, maybe it's the way you say my name. So that transition sounds great when she says that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to point out for that first tidbit.
But it's so good. I've never dreamed of nobody like you. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you be mine. Mine. I see forever in your eyes.
So I'm not too sure. I watched this video once before, just kind of looking through it. It does appear that she's actually breathing from her chest instead of her diaphragm, which is not necessarily affecting her pitch or her tone. It's not affecting that at all, and it doesn't sound strained in the slightest. But when I'll break it down this way. When we say to breathe from your diaphragm, it's actually because it gives you a lot more room for longer notes or longer phrases, runs to be held out. You can breathe from your chest, but you have less space in there, so you might not be able to hold as much air as you would need. Because I'm noticing at the end of the chorus, it's like the phrase is getting cut off just a little bit. So like, wishing on everyone that you be mine. So she just needs a little bit more, I think just a little bit more breath support for that. Because like I said, her tone sounds great. Everything else sounds great to me. It's literally just her breathing that I'm noticing right now. But let's go ahead and get back into it.
I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. I think that you are the one for me.
I love her transitions, and she's actually doing Scrunchy Face quite a bit. Again, another thing I talk about pretty heavily is what I call Scrunchy Face, which is when you kind of scrunch your nose like very tightly to kind of get a more a more forward placement or a more nasal placement, whichever way you want to kind of talk about it. And it kind of just helps take a little bit of that pressure off of your throat. And she's doing that quite a bit. And I love that when she does the higher notes, because it just alters that placement just enough. So like I think that you are the one for me. It alters it just a teeny bit, and it sounds amazing when she does it.
That you are the one for me, 'cause it gets so hard to breathe when you're looking at me. I've never felt so alive and free. When you're looking at me, I've never felt so happy. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime.
Another thing I'm noticing too, and it could just be the way the camera is angled, her microphone might actually need to be lifted a little bit higher. And for stage performers, it's usually because you want the mic directly at your level. You want it at your height, because that way you don't have to do too much movement with your neck to kind of adjust to the microphone, because it looks like she's slightly singing, like the microphone's a little bit shorter, so it's almost like she's singing over the microphone in a sense. So her microphone might need to be raised just a tad. But otherwise, I mean, she sounds great. she sounds great. Yeah. Let's get back into the video.
And I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine, 'cause I'm in a fear.
Okay, I know I just paused. I just wanted to point out, I love the lower run that she does here, instead of, I believe it's, oh goodness, the mind. I believe that's what it is in the recording, and I could be totally wrong about that, but I love the adjustment to the lower run right there before going into the chorus. I love the way that sounds.
The dandelions, wishing on everyone that you be mine.
That was an amazing flip right there. Now this might not be correct terminology, but I once had a voice teacher. I guess a little bit of backstory. I was actually singing a different song, and my voice cracked, but it cracked with the song, so to speak. And essentially what it was, I just wasn't putting enough air behind the note, but it still sounded good. It put more emotion in the song. And my previous voice instructor kind of looked at me, and he's like, that's a good crack. I'm like, what? But at the time I didn't understand what that meant. I get it now. And I don't think that was a crack. I actually think that was intentional with her. And it sounded so good, just that slight, that quick flip that she did to that, almost like a mixed head voice, and then drop right back down to her chest voice. So a little bit of rambling in that section. But yeah, that was amazing.
And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile.
Okay, I know I keep pausing quite a bit, but that smile, I think that's what the note was. And I needed to do it just then myself, actually. She might need a teeny bit more forward placement for that one. And I could be wrong, but it just sounded like it was a little bit of just a teeny bit in the back of her throat. So you might want to get that a little bit more forward when you're singing this song, because like I said, it takes a lot of that tension off. So just a little bit more forward placement right there.
Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. Dandelion, into the wind you go, won't you let my darling know? Dandelion, into the wind you go, won't you let my darling know that I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'll be mine.
I openness of that. I love the openness of what she just did. That's all I want to say. I love the openness right there.
I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time. Praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions. I'm in a field of dandelions. Wishing on everyone that you'll be mine.
All in all, this was a great performance. She sounds great. But yeah, I guess that was it for this video. I think like I said before, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and I will somewhat see you guys in the next video.